What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out, listening to my dumb ass. Like and subscribe. So, plot thickens. The ongoing descent of PlayStation into the, I don't know, the ether? No. The non-competent. Like, okay, so everything, everything that the dog unicorns and the ponies have said has turned around to bite them in the arse. And now applies to PlayStation. PlayStation's third party. PlayStation putting their games on PC. The PlayStation putting their first party games on Xbox. Oh my God, PlayStation is irrelevant. Why? PlayStation is dead. Blah blah blah. PlayStation is not competition anymore. They lost some kind of war. They sold more consoles, but that's all they did. Everything else they lost, pretty much. Less studios, less first party games. Pitiful hardware when you think about the price to what you get performance. Nah, it's trash. I mean, that's why we say the things we say, because we see what they are. And just because you're in denial doesn't mean that it's true. Your delusion is not true. Just say that. And Sony's playing you like a fiddle. They're like, oh, they'll believe anything we say. They'll buy everything we give them. And they're right. And as long as you continue to do that, they're going to continue to act like Sony. As long as they can get the money out of you. But anyway, that long detour into this little nugget of information that is important, because we all know Helldivers 2 is going to PlayStation, going to Xbox, right? This month, a couple weeks. And everybody was, speculating, oh, Arrowhead forced Sony to do it because Sony's a weak little company. They got no power. Oh, Xbox went to Sony first, and that's what happened. That was the jump off. It's like, come to find out, it was all PlayStation's idea. Oops. PlayStation wants that money. That's it. That's it, and that's all. There's no complicated theories or plots or anything, formulas, nothing. Simple. Money, PlayStation say yes. That money, PlayStation, yes. PlayStation, money, yes. You can put it in any order you want. It's all the same. PlayStation wants that money. Answer is yes. And so this is why they're putting Helldivers 2 on Xbox. Now, if you think that they will not put God of War, Spider-Man, these games that will make them money on Xbox to make them money, then you're delusional. That's what's gonna look. Gears is going to PlayStation, right? Outer Worlds, well, whatever. That was a third party thing that they're just continuing that on. Doom went, sure. I mean, that's only because Microsoft is a different corporation, a different company. They have a different culture than Sony, obviously, than PlayStation. And they won't hide away games. They won't hold games hostage on their ridiculous platform, whatever that may be, just to say, hey, if you want to play it, you got to buy this system, And that works for some fools. That works for some of the lemmings out there, but not for everyone. Other people are like, I'll pass. I'll go play one of hundreds of thousands of games that I have. Because that's just what it is. Like back in the day when it was like the Genesis or the NES and all that, there weren't hundreds of thousands of games. There were thousands, maybe, not even 10,000 games at that point. Total, I'm talking about across all the consoles. There weren't that many games. Now, you got 100,000 games. I don't know if it's every month, but almost every month, 100,000 games on Steam. I don't know if it's that high, but there's a lot of games. It's a lot of games, and just looking at like the old arcade games, which I do often because I kind of like that part of the history. The console history is cool, but I've always thought of the consoles as like a little brother to the arcade. The arcades were the original, and back in the day, back in the 80s, when you had an arcade game, right? He'd be like, yo, I want that game. I want to get it on my Genesis. I want to get it on whatever. You get that version. It's hot trash garbage compared to the arcade. I'm speaking specifically about like Power Drift, Afterburner, Space Harrier, Outrun, all these Suzuki's games. Obviously, the Super Sprite joints, right? But I mean, they got like the Saturn. I think got it to. I think they got it to 60 frames. I think the Saturn was the closest thing to Arcade Perfect. Dreamcast was, but I didn't get any of those games on the Dreamcast because they never sold it in the US. They only had the Yu Suzuki collection, which had all those games in Japan, and it cost a lot of money. And it came with a book, and it was all cool. And I was like, damn, I wish I had money to buy it when I could have bought it when I was younger, but I didn't because I didn't have the money because I was a broke boy. Anyway, still kind of, am I broke now? No. Not, I mean, yeah, sometimes I feel like it. I still feel like I'm broke. Well, I'm looking at some of these fools, so like, why? How you driving that car? I don't even want to know. You probably renting it. I don't know. My office where I shoot my luxurious videos. I've had this vehicle for 22 years. 22 years. This is the most reliable vehicle I've ever had. I ain't gonna front. All the other vehicles, I was like, oh yeah, that one was okay. Yeah, that one. But this one, I know her pretty inside inside and out. I think the only thing that I could not do is probably fix like if I had to rebuild the engine. I don't know if I could do that by myself. I probably have to hire somebody to do that. But everything else, I pretty much get to. Pretty much. Transmission. Everything else I can do. Anyway, tangent aside, it was Sony's idea. It was PlayStation's idea to put Helldivers 2 on Xbox. Publishing it themselves. Not like, oh, we're going to use Bandai Namco, and that's why it's okay because somebody else is publishing it. I'm like, how does that make sense? If it's your game, why does it matter who publishes it? Are you trying to like do some smoke and mirrors and like, oh, Sony's not publishing it, PlayStation's not publishing it, so it's not, that doesn't count. Like, huh? Is it not their game? I mean, right? It's their game. So what? Huh? What are you talking about? You're an idiot. They just I don't even understand why they did that. Because they have to cut them in. They have to give them some points or something. Is it a tax write-off? I don't understand the numbers behind using a third-party publisher to publish your own game on another platform. If somebody in the chat know, in the comment, if y'all know, let me know in the comments if y'all know somebody. Lord, go contact Hogue Law and ask him, because I want to know why that they were doing that. And now that they're not doing it, I don't even know if they're going to even do that anymore, or maybe it's a contractual thing like with Bandai Namco. They're like, I mean, they did buy some stock in Bandai Namco recently. So the thing about Sony is also, yeah, I noticed what they do, because they don't have a lot of money, so they got to work with what they got, right? They got to pull out the coupons and go and say, yo, let's do a deal. So they buy little pieces of stock in this and stock of that and stuff. So, oh yeah, we bought 10% of this, we got 10%, we're doing a deal with this. Not like outright buying. Like, well, last thing they did was Bungie. They had to get a layaway loan, and I don't know if they're still paying that back, but that was a bad deal. So, I mean, I guess that's the smarter way to do it. Just get a piece of this, a piece of that, so you get a little bit of trickling money every time something pops off. Maybe that's kind of a smart way to go about it, where you spread out all your assets and you get a little bit of coinage here and there. Sure. But the whole publishing thing, maybe they're trying to emulate what Xbox is doing, what Microsoft is doing by obtaining all these publishers, but they're not doing that. They're just like, they own a bit of it, but not enough to control anything. So they get a cut, I guess, of, once again, I have no idea what the benefit of them owning stock in, let's say, Bandai Namco as a publisher and toy maker and all the other things that they do. They make games too. What's the benefit? Like, as stockholders, do they, see dividends or something? I mean, maybe that's what it is. And they're just trying to get, like, in the video game space, all these other little stocks and such that do pay out dividends or something. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But like I said, anybody in the comments know more than I, which is like all of y'all. Let me know. Let me know what y'all think about that. But I mean, like the whole thing about like it was PlayStation's idea, and once again, as time goes on, as time moves forward, the narratives and the talking points of these donkey unicorns and ponies are being shattered left and right. You know, it's like, oh, it's only games of service games. It's like, okay. I mean, Lego the Hoe is not a service game. That's a single player game. That went straight to the Switch day one. Okay. Lost Soul aside, I think that's, I don't even know what kind of game that is, so I can't comment on that, but that's day and date too. I believe that's coming to Xbox, or is that just PC day and date? I think that's, I'm not sure if that's Xbox, but that's once again day and date on PC. And so you know, I once again in my song I said, "Are you ready for the day and date on PC?" It's happening. I don't know if y'all ready, but it's happening now. So it's only a matter of time before they take some of their more lucrative IP, not IP, but games that they have made that they hold some type of rights to. It comes over. I say Spider-Man because they don't own the IP. Now, whatever the contract is between them and Marvel, them and Disney, we'll have to see what that is. I mean, there has to be a statute of limitation. It has to be a point in time where that actual contract runs out, and then they renegotiate, or Marvel says, "Forget y'all. We putting it everywhere. We gonna put it out, or to get another distributor, whatever." I mean, I don't know. Once again, I'm not sure how that stuff would work out, but I think Spider-Man is 2018 is the choice. And if they were smart, they would do Spider-Man 2018 plus Miles Morales as an add-on, put that as a combo, charge full price. Yeah. Would I buy it? I might buy that. $70, not 80 though. Not 80. And like if it comes to that, and it's like too much, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna get it on Steam. I get it, regular, solo dolo stuff, and it's cheaper. I don't know how much it is on Steam. I have to check it out, but there's always ways to get games like that, especially on Steam, cheaper than what PlayStation likes to charge. And the thing about that also is that it's so weird. I don't know. Well, I guess as the publisher, they're going to control the price, right? So it's still, they still control the digital pricing of their content, whatever. I guess it depends on, well, as far as it being on Xbox, like Helldivers is going to be $70, I think. Wait, it should be, wasn't it 40? Yeah, it was 40, right? It's not going to be 70. It should be 40. If it's $70, I ain't, no. Oh, no, I'm sorry, my bad. It's 40, and then it's is it 50 or 60 for this? I think it's 60 for the whatever edition. Sorry, my bad. So, but they still control the pricing, right? And that they got sued in Europe, Netherlands. I can't remember where it was, but they got sued because of their monopoly on the pricing, because they took all of their game cards. So, like, you could buy the game card in store. They took them out of the store, so all you can do is buy currency to buy it on their store, on the PlayStation store, which is where they control all the prices, and that's the only place you can buy their games digitally, and that's where the lawsuit happened. And so it'll still maintain. I don't know if they totally control. Well, I guess they would have to. I guess Xbox would have to get permission for Sony to do a sale if it was one of their games. I think that's how it works. Yeah, that's all. That's a whole another contractual blah blah blah. So we're not getting into that. But the point is, PlayStation's idea to put Helldivers 2 on Xbox, first party game made by Sony. The port was made by Sony and their teams, Nix's, blah blah blah. So, and the only thing that Ponies and Donkey Unicorns can hang on to is like, oh, it's a games of service game. I'm like, I mean, it's a co-op game. You want to call it games? It's not actually real. It's not really a games of service game. It's like, I mean, I guess you could call it that, but it's I mean, it's a co-op game. But whatever. they're gonna move the goalposts. So they're saying that, and they're like, but when these single play games pop off and they start coming out, people are saying, "Oh, Days Gone is the next one." Burr burr burr. I'm like, I don't want to really play that one, so I'm like, you can keep that. I mean, it looks okay, but I'm like, the zombie horde tech is kind of cool, but I was like, I'm good. The Last of Us, and I don't. I started playing Uncharted 3, I think it was, when I had the PS3, and I was kind of bored because it was a game ass game, but I was like, I just wasn't. Maybe I wasn't in the mood, but I was like, I got to the. I barely got. I don't even think I got past the first section. I was like in there, and it was with Sully, and they were in the wine cellar or some junk. Something pops off, and then he pops, and he's down in the ballroom and shooting people and stuff, and then he's swinging outside. I'm like, I don't care about none of this. I remember back in the day, I played a little bit of Uncharted 1, and that game was. It's the first one, so you say that, but it was rough. But anyway, bottom line is they're good games. Overrated, probably a little bit, only because they're the market leader, so whatever they do, their shit don't stink. They're the best. Ooh-wee. And I'm like, I always have a skeptical eye on things. I look at it and I'm like, okay, it's all right. But there's another rumor that I heard today that Sunset Overdrive might be getting a remake. And the thing about Sunset Overdrive is that the rights to Sunset, it's a weird situation. Okay, so Insomniac has the rights to Sunset Overdrive, which is they are now owned by Sony. Sony bought them, so Sony owns the rights. PlayStation owns the rights to Sunset Overdrive, the IP. But Microsoft has the publishing rights to a sequel, a 2 and a 3, which were, I guess, planned or whatever that was put in the contract, but they never made them. So I guess that means if there is a sequel, that Microsoft would publish it. It would be multi-platform, I would assume. Unless Sony's like, we don't want that trash on her, and then be like, okay, we keep it. I would love to have Sunset Overdrive 2. They could call it Hill Valley Overdrive. I don't know what they want to call it. But the reason why it's called Sunset Overdrive is because the city where it takes place is called Sunset City. And Overdrive was the name of the beverage that turned everybody into beverage zombies. So that's why it's called Sunset Overdrive. Knowledge. And it's weird. It's a weird, goofy game. But you see the foundation and you see the kind of underpinnings of what Spider-Man becomes. Like the wall running animation is literally the same in Sunset Overdrive for Spider-Man. It's the same. He's got his hands like he's running. Same. And I'm looking at him like, oh, okay. And I can see where you know what? If they combined like Sunset Overdrive traversal with Spider-Man traversal, that would be pretty dope. That would be pretty dope. They should do that. That would be real good. But they would have to put like power lines all the way across. I mean, that's how it is anyway, right? In the city. I'm trying to think. You never see them like downtown. I guess they run underground, so whatever. But anyway, that was a rumor that popped off, I think today or yesterday or whatever. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Well, we'll see if that works out. But like I said, the rights things are so crazy that at this point, Sony is PlayStation is money. They just want money. So if Microsoft says, yo man, Sunset Overdrive, what's up? It's like, all right, let's go. Does Insomniac have to do it? No, because I believe that it was another studio that was actually they're doing a remaster. I believe it's a remaster. So it'll be 4K 120 on the Xbox One, on the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5, I believe. And on the S, I think it's 1440p 60 or something. I don't remember. But yeah, and obviously higher definition because 4K is higher. But yeah, because they never did a resolution boost or anything with that game. Because I played it recently, I was like, the resolution's still kind of trashy. You can see all the pixels and stuff, but I was like, all right, whatever. It's still a good game. It's still fun. But yeah, that's another kind of rumor that's hurting these Donkey Unicorns and Ponies. It's like, yo, I mean, it seems like the whole slate. Hiroki Toki don't care about your feelings. He cares about the pocketbook, PlayStation and Sony, in that order, because PlayStation makes them the most money, I think. Now, it's been that way for a while, but I don't know about now because they lost so much money. So maybe it's their insurance. I don't know. I don't know what Sony would be doing. Maybe it's the music. Maybe it's Crunchyroll. Who knows? I don't know. But it's really funny. And there's a lot of shout out to VG Fight School. I always say it because he's go. It feels like he put on the nitrous in his car and he just opened up the bottle because he's going after these fools, man. He don't care. And I'm like, yes. So props to him. Props to Boom also. Although he doesn't like shouting out people, I'll shout you out real quick. I don't care. You want to be out here on the public forum talking shite, acting a fool, I'm gonna shout you out. I haven't done the due diligence to do that yet, like Alex. Alex be doing his duck dizzle. But, and once again, Sigs and Serial, he's doing his duck dizzle. Come out of nowhere, smacking these fools down, smacking them through the internet. So, he gets props too. But everybody gets props. Sean, Dirt, all y'all get it. Anybody can get anyway. I appreciate y'all hanging out. Y'all like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what you think about Sony's idea, PlayStation's idea to put a PlayStation game on Xbox. Oh my gosh, that's just crazy. Cats and dogs living together. It's hysteria. But that's the money. You got to follow the money. Follow the thinking. Follow the money. Once you do that, you'll understand why. And last thing I'll say is that Colin Moriarty and all these other fools who swear they're smart and stuff, not my dumb ass, but them, they don't understand. I don't understand why Xbox is. I don't understand why they're putting it on the. I don't understand. You understand. Don't act stupid. You're not stupid. You're very intelligent. You understand. You should understand. It's about money. That's the simplest answer. It's like, oh, okay. Because people do less for money. People do way more for money. It's money. That's it. And that's all. It's money. And PlayStation, they need money because Jim Ryan destroyed their company. Jim Ryan was the greatest thing to happen to Xbox. Oh, Jim Ryan. Oh, I've been working on my X Vault impression too, but I'll break that out one day and get my script together. Man, he sounds like Kermit the Frog to me a little bit. Like Kermit the Frog tries to be a human or something. Anyway, I'm not gonna do it now, but I appreciate y'all, and I'll talk to y'all on the next one.